Raise your hand if you know someone that has been affected by cancer.
An undocumented immigrant is a foreign national living in the United States without legal immigration status. There are approximately 12.5 million undocumented immigrants in the country currently. 637,500 of these immigrants live in New York.
So why do immigrants come to the United States? Immigrants come to the United States to ensure their child's citizenship, to better their child's education, to escape from their dangerous homelands, to reunite with a family member. In the United States, there are more advanced healthcare services, to escape from poverty, and due to the lack of job opportunities they may have in their home countries.
The obstacles and fears of seeking healthcare. I know that when I go to the doctor, I'm most worried about getting a flu shot. But when an immigrant goes to the doctor, they risk being deported because the government has access to their medical charts. In 2017 alone, ICE deported over 226,000 immigrants living in the US. Another issue with immigrant healthcare is the language barrier between a physician and their patient. Over 50% of immigrants don't speak English, so this can lead to some serious miscommunication. Also, many immigrants can't afford adequate care and need financial assistance. Approximately 1 in every 2 people will be diagnosed with some type of cancer in their lifetime. Every year, 12.7 million people are diagnosed with cancer, and 7.6 million die from it.
That means that approximately 50% of the people that are sitting in this meeting house right now will be diagnosed with cancer at some point in their life.
So, a brief history of CancerCare. In 1944, a group of oncologists founded CancerCare. Their goal was to increase the level of communication between doctors and patients. 2 years later, they opened their first facility in Flatbush, Brooklyn. In 1990, they held their first phone meeting, talking about cancer, of course. And in 1994, they became a national organization and introduced their Hope Line. In 2010, CancerCare provided their services for more than 110,000 people, and a total of $4.2 million was given to help 26,500 approximately of these people.
CancerCare has a mission to providing information and support to the cancer patient, the caregiver, and the bereaved. CancerCare also has a mission to providing support free of charge to anyone and everyone, whether you live in New York City or the surrounding area, or even if you live anywhere around the country. CancerCare offers a variety of programs and services, including counseling, support groups, Connect education workshops, which are 1-hour-long presentations given monthly by a medical professional, as well as publications, which are easy to access information and readily accessible booklets, and financial and copay assistance, which works to cover the costs of things like transportation, childcare, housing accommodations, as well as even helping to cover the costs of chemotherapy and treatment drugs. CancerCare support groups and counseling are organized either demographically, so that means, are you the cancer patient, are you the caregiver, or are you the bereaved? Others are organized by language, even some are organized by age and type of cancer. So are you suffering from breast cancer or, for example, leukemia? Some examples of the support groups and counseling that CancerCare offers are the support group for Spanish-speaking women who have survived cancer, as well as the support group for men above 65, as well as the support group for those who are suffering from leukemia. Another program that CancerCare offers is the Helping Children Back to School, where 70 children in 2017 were provided with backpacks full of school supplies in order to take away this burden on the family.
Okay, so CancerCare makes $41.9 million each year, and 84% of this money comes from foundations and corporations. 92% of this money goes towards the programs and services. And in this program and services, 73% of the money goes towards financial aid and co-payment assistance, 5% goes towards education, and 13% goes towards counseling and support. So what makes CancerCare stand out? CancerCare does not document or disclose one's immigration status, and CancerCare services are available to anyone residing in the United States, regardless of their immigration status or ability to pay.
In 2009, Elise's husband Phil was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, thus making Elise his full-time caregiver. She now expresses her gratitude for CancerCare by saying, "I can tell my counselor how I'm feeling and what's going through my mind. Every Friday she calls me at 11:30 and I look forward to her calls. I get a lot off my chest."
Yu is a 78-year-old immigrant who lives in New York with his wife and daughter. His daughter has been his primary caregiver since he was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer in October of 2016. He has been receiving treatment at a New York hospital, but unfortunately his treatment has been complicated by his heart problems and diabetes. He relies on Medicare for insurance and receives no supplements, so a financial advisor at his hospital recommended that he contact CancerCare for assistance. He spoke to a CancerCare social worker who advised him to apply for a grant made possible by the New York Community Trust. He applied and quickly received a grant which lifted a great financial burden of cancer off of his family. His family has been able to focus on him and his care.
So what would $5,000 really do for CancerCare? Well, $5,000 could go to addressing the emotional, financial, and practical concerns of 110 people with cancer. Or $5,000 could set up 15 face-to-face support group meetings. Or $5,000 could send 2 families to the Healing Hearts bereavement camp for a weekend. Or $5,000 could provide 3 months of support groups for 6 children who have a parent or sibling that has been diagnosed with cancer.
After visiting CancerCare and learning about the amazing impact it can have on a family, my group wants to help CancerCare make an even bigger impact, and you can help us do this.
CancerCare offers a free bra fitting for patients who have suffered from a mastectomy and have low self-confidence. CancerCare also offers a free 30-minute wig session where patients can try on and be fitted for various wigs after they've had chemotherapy.
Today, April 25th, 10 a.m., there is a bra fitting and wig clinic that is occurring at CancerCare that is helping to empower women who are affected by cancer and chemotherapy.
Our group will be participating in a bake sale which will donate their proceeds to supporting these CancerCare wig and bra collections. Also, there's a 5K run walk where people can participate, and our group will be participating.
So, after our site visit to one of the CancerCare facilities, our group was heavily impacted. We learned a lot about the burdens that cancer patients, not only them, but also their whole families face because of their ailment. We also learned about some financial burdens that we never really thought about before, such as transportation fees and housing accommodations.
And now we will show a video that explains a little bit more about the support groups that they offer.
Worker whose role is to encourage discussion, offer resources, and create a sense of safety in the space. I would say the benefits of an online support group are very similar to a typical support group, but in an online group you have the ability to connect from the comfort of home. And with CancerCare's online groups that are available to members 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, people can decide when they want to connect. And and that's so important because many of our clients have busy lives of medical treatments and work and family commitments, and so having that flexibility is very important.
Thank you.
All right, we want to open it up for questions. We'll start with the judges.
So you listed some of the options CancerCare would do with the $5,000 grant. Will you have a say in that if you win the grant? And if so, what would you select of those various options that you listed?
Yeah, we do have a say in what the $5,000 would go to, and but we're not quite sure which one of those we're going to pick yet.
Can you talk a little more about the specific connection between CancerCare and immigrants? You mentioned that they don't ask for status, but you didn't really talk much about their specific programs for immigrants, and I was wondering what those are.
So at CancerCare, anyone can walk in and they can ask for help and assistance. And I think a big part of this is that some people are afraid that their immigration status might differentiate whether or not they will receive the proper help. So CancerCare offers, they offer lawyers, and there's a lawyer every Wednesday that comes and helps these immigrants who aren't really sure what they're going to do about their situation. And it provides them a sense of security that they have someone there for them.
Are there programs and services offered in many languages?
Yeah, there are also translators, so if you don't speak that language, then you can meet with the translator as well.
You had a pie chart of where the money went, what they spent, what the organization spent money on, and did I miss something, or was there any category there for how much was spent on fundraising? And if you know that, could you share it with us?
Yeah,
Oh,
they only
there it is. Okay.
have 6% of their money going to fundraising.
Okay, thank you.